The drumbeats of war are growing louder as Tehran issues one of its strongest warnings yet to Washington. Iran is no longer hinting. It is openly saying it is ready for war if that is what the enemy chooses. The statement comes at a moment when tensions with the United States are already at a breaking point, but the language coming out of Tehran suggests diplomacy may be running out of room. Iran's military spokesperson has made it clear that all options are on the table, including full-scale conflict. He warned that if war breaks out, it will not be contained to a single front. According to Iran, the entire geography of the region would be pulled in, from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman. Iran says U.S. military bases would be within range. Tehran claims access to these bases is easy, and that makes them vulnerable. U.S. President Donald Trump has responded with a blunt warning of his own. If no deal is reached, Trump says bad things are likely to happen.
Well, I can't tell you what I'm going to do because right now, we have a tremendous force going there, just like we did in Venezuela, even bigger. And they'll be there soon, and I'd like to see a deal negotiated. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I mean, if I knew I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't tell you. I'd be very foolish if I tell you. But right now we're talking to them. We're talking to Iran, and if we could work something out, that'd be great. And if we can't, probably bad things would happen.
I think it's pretty clear right now. President Trump.
Washington wants Iran to agree to strict limits, not just on its nuclear program, but also on its missile capabilities, its regional allies, and its internal conduct. For Tehran, those demands are seen as unacceptable, and that gap is where the danger lies.
We thought we had an established forum that had been agreed to. In Turkey, it was put together by a number of partners who wanted to attend and be a part of it. I saw conflicting reports yesterday from the Iranian side saying that they had not agreed to that. At the end of the day, the United States is prepared to engage and has always been prepared to engage with Iran. As far as the topic of those discussions and what the agenda needs to be, look, I think in order for talks to actually lead to something meaningful, they will have to include certain things. And that includes the range of their ballistic missiles. That includes their sponsorship of terrorist organizations across the region. That includes the nuclear program, and that includes the treatment of their own people.
The military messaging is no longer just rhetorical. Iran says it has added 1,000 new drones to its arsenal and replenished its missile stockpiles. At the same time, the United States has surged forces into the Middle East. Thousands of troops, warships, fighter jets, surveillance aircraft, and an aircraft carrier are now operating in the region. Talks might be happening, but preparations suggest both sides are planning for failure. Israel has moved to heighten its military readiness, warning that it is strengthening both defensive and offensive capabilities. Iran has already threatened to strike Israel if its security is challenged. Adding to the tension, Iran's Revolutionary Guards have seized 2 oil tankers in Gulf waters, accusing them of fuel smuggling. In a region where energy routes are critical, that move sends a chilling signal. Turkey says it is trying to prevent the crisis from spiraling into chaos. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has urged Washington and Tehran to pursue talks and avoid dragging the region into another war. Those talks are now happening in Oman, behind closed doors, but with threats escalating, forces deployed, and red lines hardening, time is running out. The question now is simple and deeply unsettling. Will diplomacy hold, or are the US and Iran edging toward a much wider war?